Would you hold it? You can interview her.
She's being shy today.
You want to be interviewed?
Yeah.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, Jean. Come over here, Jean, please. Wow. This will be our own video. Just for our own club. Come on. Okay, you can drink whatever you have.
Hold the mic towards you when you're speaking.
Ready?
Just like this.
I should know these things, right? Hello, everybody. We are going to introduce you to the 20th Annual International Festival, which is the
World Affair at the Dayton Convention Center.
And this year, just like I think 20 years in a row, the Hungarians are participating. And as you can see, we have a very nifty little exhibit here, cheerful and representing Hungary. As you, ready? Oh, okay. As you can see, representing the old country in this section, the representation through paintings, posters, a few objects, just to tell you what some of the Hungarian cheerful life is about.
I understand you know the artist of many of these paintings, don't you?
Oh yes, the artist is Beatrice's dad, and his name is Gábor Marosi. And now he's from Middletown, but he's working with us now second year in a row. And as you can tell, his paintings are interspersed with posters. We kind of wanted to have a variety, didn't want to have all painters, then it would look like a museum, or not all posters, then it would look like a travel agency. So something in between.
He's a very talented artist, and this is such a typical representation of what you would see in Europe. And very colorful embroidery and then artifacts.
What we meant to do is, from the globe, as you can see a little tiny spot on the globe that representing Hungary. And let me. Jeff, we could turn the globe a little bit. Just twirl it. So the pin will show us. Yeah, point at the pin. Yeah, that the little pin and the flag represents Hungary. And from that little spot, of course, we have a map of Hungary in the middle. But you can guess who did the map.
Yeah, Beatrice's father, I'm sure.
Yeah, Gábor Marosi, and different regions are connected to different posters. Those are the typical of that region. Now, in addition to the posters, of course, we have a very, very nice, very new video going constantly. So people stand out here and while they eat, and eating what?
Well, my daughter had her first thing that she ate here was a cabbage roll, and after she was finished, she said, "I think I want to go back and get another cabbage roll." And then they have sausage sandwiches, and of course the wonderful pastries.
Okay, and so while they're eating here, they can watch TV. And this used to be just a backside of our exhibit, but we got the idea that make a heritage wall out of it. And as you can see,
this is interesting. I've not seen this yet.
Oh, haven't you?
No.
Oh, Mike Seiko is in the process of doing some research work, and
I did hear that.
Writing a book, and I guess he's going to interview people on the radio or bring the tapes, and we're going to play them.
Yes, he did interview my mother, and some of her history in the Dayton area with her dad's bakery and
Well,
radio
just-
program. And I
just
see
as-
some familiar pictures here.
As we, I guess as you can tell from our World Affair poster, which is in my hand and also exhibited there. Excuse me. And you know who we have the person written up. It has to be about a well-liked, famous Hungarian woman. This is a year of the woman, and guess who is written up about? Go over there and read it to us. Just
Ann Cortez is from Dayton's West Side Hungarian neighborhood and still believes in keeping the Magyar tradition alive. On Sunday mornings from 9 a.m. until noon, she can be heard on WQRP FM broadcasting the Hungarian program, a program her late husband Al Cortez broadcasted for 40 years. Ann was born in a room above the bakery her father John Murrin owned. Ann went to Holy Name School and graduated from Julian High School. And I was fortunate enough this morning, Andy, to do the Hungarian program with my mother at WQRP, and we missed your attendance, but we knew you were really busy with the World Affair.
But I was listening and enjoying
Did you
it.
listen? You guys listen? Great.
Except here we couldn't pick it up, but all the way I did. Now this is on page 25 of our World Affair book. Now, we had a lot of interest with this. Well, you know, people are picking on it and enjoying it, and I want to call your attention to I don't know, the most asked question is, you know, why did you come to the United States? And then Mike was interviewing a lady, got the perfect answer. And there it is, Ken. So if you ever have any, you know, you don't need real big words like freedom and this and that. I think those words include freedom and everything, like
Yes,
what
the spirit of this country and the ethics behind this country.
Worship, eat, dance, and love.
Right.
And I think that says it all.
We're very good at doing a lot of the eating.
Well, I think we are good at
all four of
good at all. What do you think of your dad's picture? I think it really just summarizes the whole heritage idea, right?
A lot of these pictures bring back a lot of memories. The church where I was baptized.
Oh, really?
Years ago, yes. A lot of the old community, Holy Name Church.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the old DNR church where we used to go to a lot of dinners and dances and a lot of wedding receptions where we had great times.
To the formal stage area for
This is another You want me to put this back?
Hang on.
Was I supposed to do something there?
It doesn't matter.
Are we going to run out?
Okay.
You have the mic on. Kathy can tell you all about the kidleys and
Hold on.
rolls. Is it Betty made it or
Yeah, but
your grandmother?
Grandma made the nut rolls.
And Jean have a hand in it?
Well, we all did. We went down
Oh,
Thursday
really?
and we all helped make the
Oh,
nut
okay. You guys have to suck Cindy into this collection. And well, I guess somebody would like to buy something there.
This has strawberry and that has nut filling. Nut? 3 of the nuts?
Now, yesterday we also had the world famous Dobo store. As our cameraman had the last piece, you know.
Did he?
Yeah. So
That was really good, Dobo store.
yeah, I think it's. I mean, everything is good, but I think the best seller is the nut roll. Would
Yeah.
you say? Sunday,
Uh-huh.
they have a birthday present.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah, you can take a look at some of our artifacts and ever popular little kulach. And no, I think probably the most popular is the Kiss Me I'm Hungarian button. I don't know exactly why it's so popular, but is it a Hungarian or a Kiss Me part, or put them together? And I guess this part of the boot was fairly drab before when we decided to dress it up with nice Hungarian folklore pictures. And as you can see back there, the people are serving cabbage rolls and sausage sandwiches. And there's a nice brisk business. You can tell it. People coming by and coming by. Oh, you're going to have a camera on Barney Kender. He's one of the old members of our festival club. He's doing well. And hi, Barney. Oh, nem tudom, mit jelent az, nem tudom. Barney sokat dolgozott egy időben a Fesztivál Clubon, de most már azt hiszem, hogy a kertjével törődik inkább, na meg az egészségével. That's Mike's grandma in a corner.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mrs. Sackle. Are we on Canon? Okay. As soon as.
There in Facebook.
But
This is all new to me.
well, don't worry about it. Just
Radio with the camera.
yeah, just. But what? And what do you think about being our featured person in a or write up?
I think it's a great honor, and I certainly wish to thank whoever picked me.
Well, let's give
Yeah,
credit to
it's-
Gene Kennedy. But all of us think that's just the best idea we had all year. And
I was surprised when I opened the book. I opened it right to my name, and I didn't expect that. And then I turned the pages, and here I see all these very famous people. I think, now, who do I owe this great honor to?
I think what really counts is what you do. Right now for all of us. It's just.
The theme of
this how you look back at the heritage of 40 years, and
it's very important that we look back on our heritage, and I think our children will really appreciate all the efforts that are being put into the books to
give
to
Mike
preserve.
credit that he's doing a wonderful
Yes.
job thinking of this in the first place to bring the book together. And if you wouldn't have taken it over, would have had 40 years. But now we have 40, and as long as our audience or listeners want to have us, right?
I must say one thing, that it was easy for me because I had some very competent help. Thanks to you.
Thank you. But other than just the broadcasting portion, what do you think of the whole?
Oh, I think it's just
from the
great.
sausage making to the
whole
churches,
theme of the
Hungarian heritage.
Hungarian heritage is great,
But-
and they go way back, which we don't remember a lot of that, but we've heard our parents talking about it. So it really is very heartwarming. It kind of makes you feel like, oh my goodness, they're all standing right behind us.
Yeah. Don't you love that quote there? I mean, that really summarizes.
Yes.
I'm one of those who came to this country and
Yes.
often being asked, why. And
It's really very true. We came to America to work, worship, eat, dance, and love. And we all experience that in our
Yeah.
home life.
you know what your daughter said? That we Hungarians do all those things real well. So,
That's their specialty.
well, not right. But I think that summarizes very much of life.
This picture in particular is very fascinating to me because I remember the ladies saying, they worked in the cigar factory. And I had no idea what a cigar factory looked like. So now I get a first-hand glimpse of where they worked and how they worked.
Can you imagine spending 10, 12 hours of your day just standing there or sitting there and, oh God.
And it's amazing all they were able to accomplish. They were able to provide for their families, cook all those meals, partake in the community activities, and still have some free time.
Did you know any of those ladies? Hermina and...
Yes, I remember those. In fact, I didn't know too many of them from the North Dayton, but I did know quite a few. And Mr. Segedi was a neighbor of ours. And yes, I remember quite a few of them. And some of our senior citizens today are on these pictures from the ENR Church.
I think to finish it up, what do you think of that picture? I know it's...
I was really...
I think you should be just as
I
proud as we are.
very surprised, but I was very proud, and I was almost moved to tears.
Yeah,
but
I could
thank
imagine
you very
that.
much.
If anything moves you close to crying, that should.
Yeah.
Or pride, whichever. I think go with the pride portion. So, well, thank you for
Thank
spending
you.
the time here,
And thank you.
telling us about it. Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, that's when he had hair. We always used to say that. That's when he had hair.
Yeah,
What did you say, Mishka?
that's a nice picture of Alan and yeah.
Did you make that? You want any of the pictures there?
No, not
Oh,
really.
you have to dance in front of the camera, so. Cassie, you want to say something, and then you will. Oh. Actually, we can just hide you and. Oh, okay, you got the system figured out.
We went to Disney World a week ago, and there were so many people, and she was okay because we told her that she couldn't get lost. Only parents could get lost. I think she figures this is a different ball game. Now she could get lost.
Attention please, will following orders.
I can't do it. I want to know how to do it.